What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out a brand new plugin coming out of Bogren Digital, the Ampknob RevC. So Bogren Digital has been absolutely killing it in the scene lately. They've been releasing a lot of really great IRs. They've been releasing a lot of really cool drum sample packs for triggering. And also, as you guys already know, they've released a couple of really cool Kemper packs that I've checked out for myself and that I am a huge fan of. And this time it's something a little bit different. They're actually releasing a plugin that is an amp simulator called the Ampknob RevC. RevC being the dual rectifier from Mesa Boogie RevC, which is the revision C that came out back in 1992. And the really cool thing about this plugin is it's not a whole board of different knobs that you can turn. It's called the amp knob, so it is one singular gain knob, and the idea behind it is to basically, you can turn up the knob, you can turn it down, and no matter which way you turn it, you can still get a great sounding guitar tone out of just using one knob. So with such a simple approach to an amp simulator only being one knob, when I saw Bogren release this, I absolutely had to go and check it out for myself. So I went out, I bought it with my own money. It was only $45. So if I can get an awesome guitar tone for just $45 on one knob, I am absolutely sold. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys back into my DAW. I'm going to be using Ableton today. And then for my guitar, so you guys know exactly what I'm using to get the sound that I'm getting, I will be using my Schecter C7 Silver Mountain FRS with a Duncan Invader pickup in the bridge and a Sustainiac Stealth Pro pickup in the neck. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so here we are here in Ableton, and as you can see, I have the Ampknob RevC all brought up here. It is extremely simple. It is an in and out, there is an on and bypass, and then one gain knob. So this is strictly set to one kind of tone, and that is of the RevC. And let me just kind of show you what it sounds like right out of the box. So sounds actually really good. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised with this. Let's see what it sounds like. It looks like they have a little notch there. Let's turn it to that notch and see what that sounds like. So it sounds really good. I'm finding that the higher the gain, obviously, it's going to get a little bit more flubby, which is a characteristic of the rectifier. So let's turn up the gain all the way and just see what it sounds like. So yeah, it's definitely really flubby up there in the higher gains. I'm going to turn this down probably to like that notch here. And I actually brought in another plugin, which is the TSC 1.1. It is a free tube screamer plugin. And also I will have the link for that down in the description along with the amp knob if you'd like to get your hands on it. But this is what it sounds like with the tube screamer. So that is a lot of gain, actually. I'm gonna just turn this guy down just a little bit here. Kind of let that ring out a little bit for you guys. That sounds awesome with that tube screamer plugin, actually. You know what? I'm gonna just lower this just a tiny bit, lower the tone on that, and we're gonna boost that. I think I liked it better with the tone up and this down just a tiny bit. But no, that sounds awesome, actually. I'm really enjoying that. And I even brought over a reverb plugin. It's the JST Skybox. It's probably one of my favorite reverbs, just to kind of try out on it. So we can see what some of the leads will sound like. I'm going to switch to middle position on my pickups. Awesome. That sounds fantastic. That really sounds great, especially with that whole line of everything. I could definitely see myself even using the Ampknob RevC in some of my own recordings, honestly. Oh, let me turn off the skybox here. There we go. Awesome. That sounds fantastic. So once again, without the tube screamer. So if we're going without the tube screamer, I'll probably bump up that gain just a little bit there. That sounds fantastic even that way. Definitely a lot more warm. And that's something I really liked about this, actually. They brought in a lot of warmth. Even though the low end can get a little fluffy, you can just throw a tube screamer on it, or even just EQ it a little bit with just a regular EQ. Roll off some of that low end and you'll be doing awesome. Over here in the settings, we have the about, see our products. Let's see, there's gate and settings. And yes, there is a noise gate that you can use, and that'll kind of keep it nice and rhythmic, nice and choppy, tight, not really having a lot of noise in between notes kind of ringing out for you. So there is that, which is I think is a great addition. And then, yep, license info. So that is the Ampknob RevC from Bogren Digital. I think this is an awesome plugin. And for $45, I mean, that is a great sounding plugin for just $45. So I was actually kind of blown away with this amp simulator. It got really, really close to the sound of a Mesa Boogie rectifier, at least to my ears. It had that warmth, it had that low mid chunk that they usually get, and as I turned up the gain knob, the low end did get really flubby on me. So when I turned on that tube screamer, it definitely tightened things up, and at least for me and my own playing style, which is more djenty and more of like the metalcore riffs, I definitely need to have that tube screamer. And if you've been following me for a while, you know I throw a TS-808 in front of every single amplifier that I use, so that's just a given, at least for me. But I think if you are doing like 90s to 2000s rock, grunge rock, or even punk, this is a perfect plugin for you. And even if you're doing more djenty styles, just throw a tube screamer in front of it and you will get an amazing sound, especially for 45 bucks. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Please let me know down in the comments below, what did you think of the Ampknob RevC? I think it's a really, really cool idea for an amp simulator, especially only being one knob. I don't think I've seen that come out of any other brand before, and I would love to see other versions of the Ampknob come out of Bogren. So Bogren, if you're watching this, please give us different versions of the Ampknob as well. I will have the link for the Ampknob RevC down in the description below if you'd like to get your hands on that. I will also have the link in the description for that free Tube Screamer plugin if you'd like to get your hands on that as well. And please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notifier so that you don't miss any new videos as they are coming out. Smash that like button, that would be a huge help to me. And as always, my name is Chris with High Impact Audio, and I will see you guys next time.